morning, El Paso.
Terror in France. Dozens of people are dead after suspected terrorists ran a semi-truck through a crowd of people celebrating a national holiday. I'm ABC's Kenneth Moten with the latest coming up.
New details are being released this morning on the driver. We have the very latest.
Also breaking this morning, firefighters continue to battle that wildfire near Cloudcroft. The latest from our New Mexico mobile newsroom.
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC 7's Good Morning El Paso.
COVID ended, but we just assumed they were fireworks still going off. But then really shortly after that, I saw people running, and we didn't at this point have any idea what we were running from.
An American tourist in France describes the chaos and confusion as people run for their lives during a celebration in Nice.
Dozens of people killed, more injured after a man drove a truck through a large crowd last night, running over people, and then he began shooting at them.
The government is declaring 3 days of national mourning following the attack in Nice. We will have the latest from France in just a bit, but first, a very good morning to you, El Paso, Las Cruces, and Juarez. I'm Stephanie Valle.
And I'm Floren. Good morning, everyone. Let's start things off by talking about our forecast. We're under a first alert still this morning.
Yes, and Nicole, we're seeing some relief much later on, though.
Much later, next week. But today, we just have to get past these hot temperatures. That first alert still in effect for the heat wave that will continue into the weekend. Today, we could possibly see record temperatures. Saturday is also a possibility because we're expecting hot temperatures in the forecast. 82 is the temperature right now. El Paso, 79 Las Cruces. We're at 76 TRC and 71 in Silver City. With the hot temperatures forecast for the weekend, that heat advisory has been extended until Sunday. Temperatures today will range between 105 to 107 around 5 o'clock. Make sure you stay hydrated because with the hot temperatures, that will be one potential health issue that you could run into. But coming up at 6:07 with your weather on the 7s, El Paso, we have a look at your day planner. Plus, we'll take a look at ABC 7 WeatherNet side temperatures across southern New Mexico. That's coming up. Hillary.
All right, thanks, Nicole. At 6:02, we now know 84 people were killed during what appears to be a horrific terrorist attack in France. It happened in a resort town, the town of Nice, as thousands of people were just celebrating the nation's independence. And new this morning, 2 Americans among those killed. ABC's Kenneth Moten has the very latest on our breaking news coverage this morning.
Panic and fear in Nice. Cheers for Bastille Day celebrations turned into screams of terror as thousands of people ran for their lives in the French resort town filled with tourists. A semi-truck plowed through a popular promenade. More than 80 dead, including several children. Dozens of others injured.
It was looking for a place to hide. It was running.
The truck left a trail of bodies for over a mile. Witnesses say the driver, who was armed with a gun, was shooting out of the window. Sam Jones from the UK saw it all.
This giant white van came bolting down this road and was just taking out people left, right and centre.
The truck driver was killed after an exchange of gunfire with police. His vehicle was loaded with grenades and other weapons.
L'horreur de nouveau vient de s'abattre sur la France.
French President François Hollande addressed his nation, saying the tragedy has all the elements of a terrorist attack. We have to do everything in our power to fight this terrorist plague, he said. In November, 130 people were killed when ISIS suicide bombers and gunmen attacked in Paris. The country was just days away from lifting its state of emergency. Now it's been extended 3 more months in this nation on edge. ABC News has confirmed at least 2 Americans were killed, a father and his 11-year-old son from Lakeway, Texas, near Austin. President Obama, who released a statement condemning the attack, has been briefed by his national security team. Kenneth Moten, ABC News, Washington.
And new this morning, police in France have partially identified the man suspected of doing this, saying he was a 31-year-old criminal from France of Tunisian descent. His name was not immediately released, though. Police say he was identified from his papers found on the scene. Investigators are saying a DNA test is pending to confirm his identity, that he has no connections with extreme terror groups. We'll have more complete coverage of the terror attack in France throughout this newscast, and we'll be hearing more from witnesses. You can also find more information online anytime throughout the day on our website. Just go to KVIA.com.
And now we have more breaking news from our New Mexico mobile newsroom. The wildfire in Tiburon has burned almost 300 acres, and it's forcing dozens of residents from their homes. This is all happening about 25 miles southeast of Alamogordo, near the Lincoln National Forest. And good morning, El Paso's Denise Olivas has been tracking all of the changes overnight. Denise.
Good morning, and today that firefight continues. The Tiburon fire is one of 8 wildfires burning in the state of New Mexico right now, and this is a live cam right here, live webcam that you're seeing with a shot of Tiburon right now. Evacuation orders remain in place, and as the sun comes up there, you can see some of the lingering smoke above part of the village. Right now, crews have not been able to get control of the fire. 160 firefighters are on the line right now. 31 homes have been destroyed, and at least another 60 are in danger, and residents continue to evacuate. 16 vehicles have burned, including a fire engine. Governor Susana Martinez, who visited the area yesterday, says she met with residents, one man in particular who is joining the efforts on the ground.
80 years old. He was the previous fire chief here in Tiburon, and what he did is leave his home to go actively fight the fire.
And Martinez says that federal funding will help cover the cost of fighting the wildfire. Back to you.
All right, Denise, thank you for the update. And now to another ABC 7 update now. The El Paso County Sheriff's Office has identified the man who was found dead in Fabens this week. Officials say 26-year-old Hector Chavez was found on the 1200 block of Bills on Wednesday. They now say no foul play is suspected, but the investigation is ongoing.
An El Paso man is behind bars accused of soliciting a minor online. Authorities say 41-year-old Patrick Valdez had conversations with someone he believed was a 15-year-old girl. Turns out it was an undercover FBI agent. Investigators say Valdez intended to have sex with that girl. Detectives set up a meeting, and when Valdez showed up, he was arrested and booked on a $10,000 bond.
It is now 6:07, time for weather and traffic on the 7s with Nicole and Mauricio, starting with weather.
Good morning. We are in for a hot day today. This morning, El Paso will start you off at 7 o'clock, 80 degrees. By 9 o'clock, 87. 11 o'clock, very close to 100 degrees. So again, another hot day. Temperatures across southern New Mexico were already in the 80s at Mesilla Valley Christian School, Sierra Middle School 83, and 81 at the New Mexico Farm and Ranch. Here's what you need as you plan for your day today. Sunglasses and umbrellas. Stay hydrated. Notice those temperatures this afternoon at 1 o'clock. We're at 102. By 4 o'clock, 105. And at 6 o'clock, 107. We do have a slight chance for showers in the forecast today, so it will feel very uncomfortable. Mauricio?
Hey Nicole, good morning. Things looking good across the map here in West El Paso. 6 minutes is what our ABC 7 traffic track is showing from Red to Executive on I-10 East. 18 minutes from Sunland Park to Zaragoza. 14 minutes on Mesa from Wrestler over to downtown. Just a slight delay there, about 2 minutes. We are seeing major delays though here on Trans Mountain. 11 miles per hour current speed heading west as you start to head down the mountain. Again, we've been seeing this congestion going on for about 20 minutes now, but police still aren't listing an accident. They don't know what's going on there. As soon as we do figure it out, as soon as this does start to clear up though, I'll be sure to let you know. Let's take a look outside now with our ABC 7 tech dot cameras. That's West El Paso again, I-10 at Wrestler, where things are looking good.
Thanks, Mauricio, and we have much more to come here on Good Morning El Paso today.
Our complete coverage of the attack in France continues this morning as we hear reaction from the candidates here in the United States. It is 6:08, and this is ABC 7, where news comes first.
You're watching ABC 7's Good Morning El Paso with Hillary Floren, Stephanie Valle, and live reports from Denise Olivas.